What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. Dana White has finally addressed the growing speculation surrounding the canceled fight on the highly anticipated UFC White House card, clearing up several rumors that had been circulating among fans and media. According to White, the fight that fell apart was never the rumored matchup between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria. Reports had suggested that the bout between the two stars was originally planned, but collapsed at the last minute. However, White made it clear that this information was incorrect. In a recent interview, White explained that Ilia Topuria was never scheduled to be part of the White House card in the first place. Because of that, the idea that Makhachev versus Topuria was the canceled fight is completely false. He emphasized that fans should not assume certain fights were being negotiated unless the UFC officially announces them. White also revealed that Islam Makhachev is currently dealing with a hand injury. The injury has no confirmed recovery timeline at the moment, which has kept the champion sidelined and created uncertainty about when he will make his first title defense since moving up in weight. Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje shared an interesting behind-the-scenes detail about the event. He said that the UFC informed him on Thursday that he would not be fighting on the White House card. Surprisingly, just one day later on Friday, the promotion contacted him again and said he might actually be added to the lineup after all. Since Dana White ruled out Jon Jones, Islam Makhachev, and Ilia Topuria as the canceled fight, fans have started speculating about other possibilities. Many believe the scrapped matchup could have been Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Chimaev has been inactive since capturing the middleweight title, while Strickland has repeatedly called him out following his TKO victory over Anthony Hernandez. That storyline, combined with the patriotic theme of the historic White House event, made the fight seem like a natural fit. White concluded by explaining that unusual circumstances caused the fight to fall apart that night. After the situation unfolded, UFC executives and matchmakers reportedly stayed in the office until 9 a.m., working to rearrange the card and finalize the updated lineup. Before we continue, please like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with all our latest content. Moving on to another news. Sean O'Malley recently shared his thoughts on what he believes should headline the highly anticipated UFC White House card, suggesting that a potential clash between Makhachev and Ilia Topuria be the perfect main event. Speaking in a recent interview, O'Malley praised Topuria's incredible run and even described him as one of the greatest fighters in the sport today. O'Malley pointed to Topuria's remarkable streak of knockouts over some of the biggest names in UFC history. According to him, Topuria has already knocked out 3 legendary fighters in a row: Alexander Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Charles Oliveira, an achievement that has elevated his reputation among fans and analysts. Because of those victories, O'Malley believes Topuria is on a path that could place him among the all-time greats if he continues winning at this level. When asked about a potential fight between Topuria and Islam Makhachev, O'Malley said the matchup would be extremely compelling. He acknowledged Makhachev's dominance and his status as one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, but he also made it clear that Topuria has the power and skill to make the fight very competitive. In O'Malley's view, it is definitely possible that Topuria could defeat Makhachev if the two ever meet in the octagon. However, O'Malley also noted that the fight might be difficult to arrange due to weight class complications. Makhachev may not return to the lightweight division, while moving Topuria up to welterweight might not be the most ideal scenario either. Despite those challenges, O'Malley still believes the fight is the one fans most want to see, especially for a historic event like the UFC card planned at the White House. While reacting to Charles Oliveira's dominant wrestling-heavy victory over Max Holloway for the BMF title, O'Malley couldn't help but think about how decisively Topuria handled both fighters. That contrast made him appreciate Topuria's finishing ability even more. Looking ahead, O'Malley is preparing for his own upcoming fight against Ayman Zahabi. The former bantamweight champion is coming off a strong rebound performance, earning a unanimous decision victory over Song Yadong at UFC 324 after suffering a loss to Merab Dvalishvili in 2025. Moving on to another news. New details have emerged regarding Francis Ngannou's return to mixed martial arts, and the update has quickly caught the attention of fight fans around the world. During a recent appearance on Submission Radio, journalist Oscar Willis from the Mac Life revealed that Ngannou is officially set to make his MMA comeback. However, the fight will not take place in the UFC, shutting down speculation about a possible return to the promotion where he once ruled the heavyweight division. According to Willis, Ngannou's next fight will serve as the co-main event on a major card headlined by a bout between Gina Carano, and Ronda Rousey. The event is expected to be promoted under Most Valuable Promotions, a company backed by several high-profile investors and potentially part of a new venture in combat sports. While the announcement confirmed Ngannou's participation on the card, Willis said he was unable to reveal the identity of his opponent due to restrictions. He did, however, hint that fans may not be thrilled once the matchup is officially announced. Willis also addressed one of the most talked about potential fights in MMA history, a showdown between Ngannou and Jon Jones. According to him, the UFC has no interest in releasing Jones from his contract, particularly if doing so would allow him to fight Ngannou in another organization. By holding on to Jones's contract, the promotion effectively prevents that dream crossover fight from happening outside the UFC. This strategy, Willis suggested, reflects the complex and sometimes frustrating realities of the fight business. While exceptions have occasionally been made in the past, such as allowing certain fighters to compete in special boxing events, he believes it is extremely unlikely that the UFC would grant a similar opportunity in Jones' case. As a result, the door appears to be firmly closed on Ngannou ever returning to the UFC. Instead, his future in MMA will move forward in other promotions. While the opponent for his comeback remains unknown, the announcement of his return has already sparked intense speculation and debate among fans eager to see the former heavyweight champion back in action. Moving on to another news. Israel Adesanya has shared his prediction for the highly anticipated clash between Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane at the upcoming UFC White House event. The bout is expected to determine the interim heavyweight champion, and Adesanya believes Pereira has what it takes to secure a dramatic finish. Speaking about the matchup, Adesanya said he is backing Pereira to win the fight and capture the interim title. While he acknowledged that Ciryl Gane is an extremely skilled and athletic heavyweight, Adesanya believes Pereira's devastating striking power could ultimately be the deciding factor inside the octagon. Adesanya pointed out that Gane is known for his excellent footwork and movement. The French heavyweight often relies on his speed and agility to stay out of danger while picking apart opponents with precise strikes. According to Adesanya, that mobility could allow Gane to control portions of the fight by staying on the outside and avoiding direct exchanges. However, despite Gane's technical advantages in movement, Adesanya still thinks Pereira's knockout power is simply too dangerous to ignore. Pereira has built a reputation as one of the most feared strikers in combat sports, carrying fight-ending power in both hands. Adesanya believes that if Pereira finds the right moment to land cleanly, the result could be a knockout victory. Because of Pereira's ability to change the outcome of a fight with a single punch, Adesanya predicts that the Brazilian will eventually catch Gane during one of the exchanges. If that happens, he believes Pereira could finish the fight and walk away with the interim heavyweight championship. The matchup has generated significant excitement among fans because it pits Gane's speed and technical striking against Pereira's raw power and aggressive style. Many analysts see it as a fascinating stylistic battle that could unfold in multiple ways. Meanwhile, heavyweight contender Tom Aspinall has also weighed in on the situation surrounding the division, adding further intrigue to the conversation about who will ultimately emerge as the top heavyweight. Regardless of the predictions, the Pereira versus Gane fight is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated bouts on the historic White House card. Moving on to another news. Islam Makhachev is currently dealing with a hand injury, raising questions about when fans can expect to see the champion return to the octagon. The injury appears to be related to a hand issue that has reportedly been mentioned before, although the exact details have not been fully confirmed. According to recent updates, Makhachev is indeed sidelined because of problems with his hand. While the injury has been acknowledged, there is still uncertainty surrounding its severity. At this stage, it is unclear how serious the damage is or how long the recovery process might take. Because of this lack of clarity, no official timeline has been provided for his return to competition. The situation has naturally sparked discussion among fans and analysts, especially given Makhachev's dominant position in the sport. As one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, his absence from competition creates uncertainty in the division and leaves many wondering how the title picture could evolve while he recovers. Hand injuries can be particularly challenging for fighters because striking and grappling both rely heavily on strong, healthy hands. Even a minor issue can require significant rest and rehabilitation in order to prevent further damage during training or competition. For a high-level athlete like Makhachev, returning too early could risk worsening the injury, making careful recovery especially important. For now, the focus remains on allowing the injury to heal properly before any decisions are made about his next fight. Until more medical information becomes available, it will be difficult to determine when Makhachev will be ready to step back into the octagon. Despite the uncertainty, fans remain eager to see the champion return and continue his impressive run. Once he fully recovers, his comeback will likely be one of the most anticipated moments in the division, as supporters look forward to seeing him defend his status among the elite fighters in the sport. Moving on to another news. Arman Tsarukyan is set to stay active outside of the UFC, and his next matchup has caught fans by surprise. Hype FC recently announced that Tsarukyan will face Muhammad Makhachev in a grappling contest scheduled for March 11th in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. While Makhachev is widely recognized as an elite wrestler and grappler, Tsarukyan brings both grappling skill and a size advantage, making this an intriguing matchup that could go in multiple directions. Makhachev himself reacted to the news on social media, noting the short notice and joking about the challenge of traveling from Dagestan to Brazil on just 2 days' notice. The upcoming Hype FC event has already seen some changes. Jorge Masvidal was originally set to grapple Shamil Magomedov, but has since withdrawn from the card. Magomedov responded on social media, implying that Masvidal avoided facing him for his own safety. As a result, Edson Barbosa will step in to grapple Magomedov, ensuring the event maintains its competitive appeal. The card also features notable bouts such as Gene Silva versus Bryce Mitchell, adding further excitement to the event. Later this month, Tsarukyan is scheduled for a rematch against Giorgio Poulis at RAF 7 on March 28. Poulis was in attendance at UFC 326 along with Tsarukyan, but unlike their previous encounter at RAF 6, there was no notable drama between them. Observers noted that Poulis was seated away from Tsarukyan, likely helping avoid any tension. During the post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White was asked about Tsarukyan's next steps. White admitted he is currently not entirely pleased with Tsarukyan, citing a range of reasons beyond what is publicly visible. While White acknowledged that some back and forth between athletes is normal, he noted that Tsarukyan has been particularly smoking a lot lately, indicating that his recent behavior has raised concerns. Despite this, Tsarukyan's grappling matchup against Makhachev and upcoming rematch with Poulis demonstrate that he remains a highly active and competitive figure in the sport, keeping fans eager to see how these bouts unfold. Moving on to another news. UFC President Dana White has confirmed that he will be announcing the next 4 UFC fight cards in the coming week, giving fans plenty to look forward to as the promotion ramps up activity across multiple divisions. White hinted at the announcement during a recent interview, noting that the upcoming cards will be revealed very soon and will likely include several high-profile matchups. "I'll probably announce the next 4 cards sometime this week," White said, giving a clear timeline for when fans can expect official details. The announcement comes on the heels of a productive week for the UFC, during which several fights were finalized, contracts signed, and promotional plans put in place. White described the week as great, noting that a lot of work went into preparing for upcoming events and ensuring fighters are ready for competition. While specific matchups for the 4 cards have not yet been confirmed, speculation among fans and analysts is already heating up. Many are eager to see potential title fights, rising contenders, and rematches that have been building tension across divisions. UFC followers are particularly excited about the possibility of seeing fighters like Arman Tsarukyan and Muhammad Makhachev in grappling-focused events, which have recently made headlines. Tsarukyan is set to face Makhachev in a high-profile grappling match at Hype FC, and some fans are wondering if his next official UFC card might intersect with similar events. White's upcoming announcements are expected to provide clarity on scheduling, fight lineups, and promotional strategies for the next several months. The UFC has been expanding its reach with international events, special-themed cards, and collaborations with other promotions, making these announcements highly anticipated. Fans are encouraged to share their predictions for the upcoming cards, including potential headliners, title bouts, and matchups that could shift rankings across weight classes. With Dana White confirming that the next 4 UFC cards will be announced imminently, the MMA world is bracing for an exciting wave of events that promise action, storylines, and memorable performances.